Welcome to week 7 of the Elestriad, where DistantCoder, the undefeated representation of Aeolus and the Wind Pantheon, is throwing down against IronBoffin, representing Demeter and the Earth Pantheon. We've got an epic clash for these two throwing down this week as DistantCoder looks to continue his undefeated streak and move to top cut without taking a single loss. And we've seen Boffin turn things around as he's constructed a very cool fruit deck in the later stages of the Elestriad. We're going to find out what he's opening today to further enhance that strategy. Be sure to leave a like down below and comment who you think is going to win this one, and don't forget to subscribe to the Elestriad channel. Without further ado, let's find out what these two casters are opening this week to add to their card pools.
What's up, my nimbugs? It's your boy once again back. DistantCoder here. I just want to let y'all know. I ain't flexing or nothing, but I'm the only one who's 6-0 in the Elestriad. Hey, who could have predicted that your boy would go undefeated? But it's not over yet. We still have one more round before that ever elusive top cut. And the only person standing in my way from a clean sweep on my way there is the one and only IronBoffin. And I know Boffin hasn't had the best run, but it's okay. Like I said before, we respect all of our opponents. Who knows? Maybe Boffin overnight has just leveled up his level of play, and he could absolutely roll me. But this week, we're rolling up with something that I don't think he will be expecting. I'm going to be doing something a little bit cool and different and unique, and you guys are going to be seeing that very shortly. But first, the opening. Coder, you opened packs last time. You pulled the Vysceris. That was really cool. What are you opening this time? More packs? Nay! I will not. I am opening the Artist Collection. Why? Coder, why are you opening the Artist Collection? What do you need in here? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're trying to build an Earth deck, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, trying to build an Earth deck, ladies and gentlemen, there's Demeter in here, there's Equilinks in here, and I need one of each of those to complete my playset. There's a lot of other cool stuff. So let's have a look, and then maybe I can give you some quick hints as to what I'm building. This is sealed nice and tight.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is IronBoffin here for the last week of the Elestriad. And man, it's been a heck of a ride. We did manage to sneak in a win last week against Steve, so I'm very happy to get a win. And now I have the pleasure, is a funny word there, I have the honor and pleasure to face the undefeated DistantCoder. I think he's undefeated. I don't know how his week 6 game went, but I'm pretty sure he's still undefeated. So we have we're out of playoffs. There's no chance for playoffs. So I get the chance to play spoiler. You know, DistantCoder's locked up for playoffs. I'm locked out of playoffs. I can just go and ruin a perfect record. And to do that, I'm going into the Founders promo pack for one specific reason. Two specific reasons, technically. There's 2 copies of Pandison in here, and that's who I want.
Let's run it. Run it open. Like a Volt. Boom! Don't need that. Cracking. Don't need that. Tectorus. Now, whoever designed this art of Tectorus, whoever designed this, why does Tectorus look like he's telling me, I'm in your walls. I'm in your walls. Tectorus. Hey, that's a good Earth card. We'll take that. Scavengem might see play. Maybe. I don't know yet. Sakurasaur definitely not seeing play. Don't need the Hydrate. Got that. Quackle, Sluggle, Necruff. We got all this. Sprouter, same thing. Carry on. The Likers, the Wind Spirit. I mean, sure. Why not? Why not? Quackle, the Mustache, the Vipyro, the Exaltair. Soon we'll get to the stuff that I want. The Sorlet, I got 3. Jolton, cool card. Cool card. Sonicore, also a good card. The Zaptor, the Galaxy, the Cinder, and now we're at the cards that we're here for. We got the Alt Art Demeter. Demeter, very, very strong card if you're playing an Earth deck. Very, very solid card. We're going to be playing this. And Equilinks. This, I have to say, chat, right now, is my favorite card in the game. I love Equilinks so much, and I'm going to be playing it. Equilinks, great card. Latagon, not so great. We're not going to be playing it currently. Shoutouts to Wirtz in the Fruits deck. I ain't doing that. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to be doing it. So yes, did I pull this just for these 4 cards? Yeah, but you'll see why. This is the glue that is going to tie my brand new deck together. So I'm going to get to deck building, and I'll be seeing y'all for the deck profile. Run it! Editors, do the thing! Do the no, Batman logo. And then whoosh, I'm deck building. Let's go!
And we're going to bust open into this beautiful pack of promos. And there's the star of the show right there that we're looking for. Pandison. That's the kid. That's the guy we want. He's going to be very strong for my fruit deck because if I can run 3 Pandison, that basically gives me like 9 copies of Ambrosia and Golden Apple at Discord. So that allows my fruit deck to kind of go on a little bit on a rampage. So that's why we're going for the Pandisons this week. Nothing else crazy too much in here. Like I said, I'm still going to play the fruit deck. I really enjoy the fruit deck. But we're going to go through the rest of this pack and enjoy them because these cards are gorgeous. Got a beautiful Spark It right there. There's the full art Vysceris. Man, I would have loved to pull one of these in my booster box, but I did not. This could still find its way into my deck just because it is like, when you're playing Vysceris by itself, it is already like a 5/2 attacker for 1. So that's really good. So we're probably going to use it for that. And then we have the full art Pandison that we are going to use in our deck, looking gorgeous. We have 2 copies of Pandison, a full art and a stellar. And then we have Stellar Sorlet. That's really cool. Okay, I'm going to take really good care of these cards because I really like them and I plan on collecting them and keeping them nice and safe. Cracking's really cool. I really like this art. It's actually probably one of my favorite arts of the game. Stellar Boombat. Sorry, Boombat. I'm not a fan of you anymore. Stellar Drataya. I might cast some style points and put Stellar Drataya in my deck just to kind of add some flair. Ramajam might run one of him just because, like, you know, add some style to the deck. Anyway, like I said, this is a very simple opening for us. We were only after 2 things, and we're after the 2 Pandisons because I did only have 1, so I will be able to run a full playset of Pandison in my fruit deck this week. That's what we wanted. And then, you know, we get to pick up a couple little, you know, little flair boys. We got a little Stellar Drataya to play and Stellar Ramajam, so those will be kind of cool to use. And then Vysceris. I might find a spot for this. It's a 5 attacker right there. Bang. That could be pretty good for going up against DistantCoder. Give me a little more offensive presence. But easy opening this week for you guys. I'll catch you guys for the deck preview, and we'll see what I cook up for DistantCoder. That's going to be it. Catch you guys on the video. Peace.
I love seeing these casters open up those promo packs, the Artist Collection pack and the promo from Kickstarter. We've got some really awesome cards in there, as Coder called out. The Demeter, the Tectorus, very cool stuff. And Boffin gets a ton of tools for his fruit deck, like the Pandisons. That's a pretty key card for him. So we're going to find out what these casters are bringing this week in their deck profiles. Coder, you're up first.
What's up, my Nimbugs? It's your boy DistantCoder, rocking up to the last round of the Elestriad pre-top cut. And you know what? My score is 6-0. And we are currently aiming to go for that 7-0 sweep, be the only undefeated all the way, and cruise into the top cut at #1 seed. But today I'm opting to do something a little different. You're like, Coder, why are there Earth cards on your field right now? What is going on? You'll notice, not only are there Earth cards, but they're actually very shiny Earth cards. Let me show you. Check this out. Ta-da! Look at that, dude. Look at that. Today, I am bringing my essentially constructed Earth deck. So for those that don't know, when I play constructed Elestrals, I actually don't play Wind, Pin Terror, Toolboxy stuff. I actually play Earth. Earth is the deck that I like to play. It's one of my favorite decks in the game. And I happen to own a lot of the cards in high rarity. And so basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing with the Elestriad card pool. However, I'll be swapping out the low rarity Elestriad cards that I pulled for my high rarity shiny cards that I use in my constructed deck. So let's look at the deck that we're going to be running up with today. So we're going to be running it with 3 copies of Ramajam, 3 copies of Tectorus. Typically I play 2 of this, but I'm playing 3 since I know Boffin's going to be playing Earth, and this gains attack for every Earth on my opponent's field. 3 copies of the Vysceris. Don't make fun of the fact I only have 2 Stellars, okay? The 3rd is on the way. It's in the mail. And the 3 copies of the Stellar Aqualinks. Look at that. Look how it's so shiny. I love it. So we're playing 3 Aqualinks, 3 Vysceris, 3 Tectorus, 3 Ramajam, and to round it out, of course, we're playing 3 Astrabbit and 3 Elechick. Can we get a shiny Elechick, Dan? This thing isn't shiny enough. After that, so this is the Elestrals that I'm going to be running, with the exception of the fact that I'm also running a singular copy of Jolton. And the reason why I'm running a singular copy of Jolton will be very apparent when I show you the runes. So after this, I'm playing 3 copies of the Demeter, 3 copies of Earthquake, 2 copies of Ambrosia with a Nectar of the Gods. Frankly, this could be 2 Ambrosia, but I want to play less Ambrosia because I know Boffin's playing the fruit deck and my Ambrosia helps his Drataya. So I don't want to be resolving that much, but I think Ambrosia is still a very good card. And then the reason why we're playing Jolton, I'm playing a Foloi Forest and a Mount Olympus. Now, typically, I'd be on triple Foloi Forest, but the reason why I'm only on 1 is because, again, I know Boffin's going to be playing Earth. So for that reason, I'm playing the Foloi Forest as an extra card on which it can essentially be a battery to put Earth Spirits under to Nexus off of for the Equilinks. However, Jolton has its pick of searching either one of these, and the interesting tech that you can do with this is Jolton or Elichick under Mount Olympus beat over Drataya because that thing has 4 defense, and beats over an Equilinks because that thing has 4 attack. So I know that that is something that I need to be mindful of. Having that 5 attack stat is very, very powerful. So having the Jolton to search Mount Olympus to have a 5 beater on board that can beat over those cards is very strong. But it can also search Mount Olympus. Should I need it, I can cast the Mount Olympus. Should I not, I can always misenchant this with an Earth to use the Spirit underneath it to basically be a battery for my Equilinks. So this is basically just a tech. Foliar Forest can come up, Mount Olympus can come up, so I figure because they can both come up, I'll just play both of the Jolton to search out whichever one I need. And then for the counter runes, I'm playing 2 copies of the Gorgon's Gaze, 2 copies of the Poison Tip, 3 copies of the Shield, newly pulled the 3rd there, and 3 copies of the Tsunami to round it out. This deck goes crazy. Some of these deck choices are a little bit stranger, like the field spell stuff. Specifically, the reason why they're strange like this is just because I know I'm playing the Earth Mirror. I know we're not playing the same deck, but we're both playing Earth, which makes things a little bit more complicated. Like, you know, his Tectorus is going to be very strong against me as well, and I know he's going to be playing it. That is something to consider, but I think the list is going to be pretty good and perform fairly well. And in terms of the spirits, I'm playing 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 Earth Spirits. Yeah, let's put those all on screen. 13 Earth Spirits. I'm playing 3, 5 Thunder Spirits, and 2 Water Spirits. This is the Spirit deck that we're running with. Typically, I play 14 of the Teratlus rather than 13, but here I'm choosing to play 13 and 1 extra Saptor because I'm playing the Jolton package with the Mount Olympus. I figure 1 additional Thunder Spirit won't hurt, and then the 2 Leviathan is just for the two Tsunamis. So with that being said, let's run it into the game, and I cannot wait to show Boffin who's boss and run out of this Elestriad at a 7-0 score. It's time to sweep. Let's get into the game.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, DistantCoder bringing 3 Tectorus to go up against an Earth deck that Boffin most likely is bringing. Ooh, that's spicy, and I think that that could be a difference maker in itself, as Tectorus is gonna gain +1 attack for every Earth Spirit on the field, and if Boffin is running an Earth deck, that's only gonna make the Tectorus even stronger and maybe an insurmountable foe. Those Rummagems can search it out. He's got the 3 Vysceris. This is looking rough. Let's find out what Boffin's bringing this week for the Elestriad.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is IronBoffin, and this is the final week of the Elestriad, and I'm going up against DistantCoder, and I'm here to bring you my deck profile to face him. So, I have really enjoyed the Fruit deck the last couple weeks. Almost beat Powder with it. I did get a win versus Steve with it, so I'm not straying. You know, I like the Fruit deck. I like that it's unique. We're running it again, and of course, the star of the Fruit deck, we're bringing our boy Latagon. Absolutely did some work versus Steve. The trick to Latagon is to get it out early. If we get it out early, we can use Ambrosia and we can use Golden Apple of Discord to disrupt him. So I need to try really hard to get this out early, search it, whatever. The earlier it comes out, the more disruptive I can be with it. So Latagon's coming, of course. Next, I am running 3 copies of Rummagem. Rummagem allows me to search my deck for any 1 Earth Spirit cost card. So he's kind of basically letting, so you'll see as I kind of run through my deck, but he's the reason I'm going to be able to kind of search out the cards I'm looking for. So he's a really important card for the consistency of the deck, hopefully anyway. Next, I'm running a Scavengem, his big brother. Nice little 4/6 body, and then if I expend an Earth Spirit, I can search my deck for basically any card I want in my deck. I can search for Latagon, I can search for Demeter, I can search for Earthquake, I can search for Foliar Forest. You know, I can search for, this is like, I need something big, so I'm usually, if I'm playing this, I'm usually looking for Demeter, Latagon, maybe Forest. So that's what I'm looking for with these. So we got Scavengem there. Okay, and then kind of back to the staples of the deck. We got 3 copies of Tectoros. Again, he's just my big body that can hit stuff. He gets +1 attack for each enchanting Earth Spirit. So if I play him with in combination of like Demeter, you know, I'm boosting him up pretty heavily. I got 3 copies of Equilinks. Equilinks is my back row removal strategy with Nexus, so he's looking pretty good. Also lets me move some spirits around the field, so you know that always can be kind of useful. So this is where Rummagem is going to be pretty useful. There were a couple of toolbox cards I wanted to run in my deck, but I didn't have enough room to run 3 in all of them. So here I'm going to run 2 Clovey, and when he receives an Earth Spirit, I can draw a card. So that's really good. You know, it's kind of nice to open a Clovey and then I get to draw a card, and I have a 1/4 body on the field. I'm running 2 copies of Drataya. I have my nice Stellar Drataya from the Founders Pack there, so he's pretty cool to run. Again, when I played 3 Drataya, it just felt like a lot of Drataya. He's not offensive enough to have 3 of them, but having 2 means I can search for him if I need him, or he won't clog up my hand. He won't clog up my hand or my field, etc. So having 2 Drataya is nice. And then the 2 new boys in the deck, we got our promo Pandasin from the Founder Pack there, Full Art Pandasin and the Hollow Stellar Pandasin. And basically what he's going to do is I'm allowed to disenchant him or an Earth Spirit from him, and I can get an Invoke Rune. So what I can do with this is either I can play him and get another Ambrosia or Golden Apple of Discord and use those to clear for Latagon, or you know, he can be like a target of Nexusing. I can give Equal Links, I can get him to Nexus some stuff onto him and kind of keep invoking or keep using his effect to get more Ambrosia, get more Golden Apple, keep the train moving, you know. So that's what Pandasin's here for. It's the reason I opened the Founders Pack, was to get 2 copies of Pandasin. I didn't run 3. 3 felt like a lot of Pandasin, so I didn't do it. But anyway, that's going to be all of my Elestrals this week. Now let me introduce you to the support we're running for him. Support this week, Classic 2 Demeter. I was really close to opening a my second Earth Starter deck for another copy of Demeter, but I decided that Pandasin was more important than another copy of Demeter. So that's what we got. I have 3 copies of Earthquake Classic. I think MBT likes to run Pantera deck, so I need to be able to clear Twindra. I need to be able to clear Pantera, all that stuff. So that's why we're running 2 Earthquakes. It'll also be good with Scavengem, because if I don't have an Earthquake, I might grab it if I think he's going to run it. He's run other decks too, like Earth. He runs like Vysceris a lot. So I could be facing a Forest Mirror match and I'm going to be in trouble. I'm kind of more built to face a Wind deck. So I'm a little nervous going into this matchup, but I think it'll still be, I think I can still hold my own with the deck I built here. It just depends if I can get the Latagon machine running. And then we got 2 copies of Full Forest. I feel like Full Forest is going to be really important for me. Full Forest will kind of help boost my defenses up a little bit, and you know, just my attack too. Not even so much my attack, but really just kind of making it hard for his bodies to attack over me. So I am running 2 copies of Forest. I was going to run 3, but I was kind of running out of room in the deck, so you'll see what I made way for the what I added instead of a 3rd copy of Forest. I got 3 copies of Tsunami. There is a lot of counter in my deck, counter runes and things like that. Tsunami is one of them. I have 3 copies. Anytime I can play Tsunami is really good for me, because I mean, he's probably going to misenchant things with water. I've seen him do it, so we'll see how that goes. But everybody pretty much runs Tsunami in their deck. He's probably going to run Tsunami versus me, so he's going to have water spirits. He'll probably misenchant things to avoid Tsunami. I won't do that same play. I don't have any water, or I guess I could do the same play. Anyway, as part of the Fruit Engine, we got 3 copies of Ambrosia. Not only does this let me restore 3 cards from my Underworld, 3 spirits, it also works with Drataya to draw cards. It works with Latagon to clear cards. It's really good for me. And next, we have 3 copies of Golden Apple of Discord. I discard a card, my opponents discard a card, and then they have to send the top 2 cards from their deck to the Underworld. But if I play this with Latagon, I get to destroy any card I want. So that's the big thing with Ambrosia. Same thing, Ambrosia, Golden Apple of Discord. So basically, if I have Latagon out, I have 6 copies of clearing, of like card clearing cards, and I have Pandasin to bring some of these back. So that's kind of the strat there with this deck. It's going to take a little bit to set it up, but if I can get it going, I'm in a great position. Okay, next we have my counter runes here. I got 2 Shield of Achilles. You know, lets me bounce and attacks back. It's really good if I have, like, if he has Pantera out, I can shield. I have 2 copies of PTA. So Poison Tipped Arrow is really good because I nerf whatever kind of comes in, and then I can kill it at the end phase, so that way I can keep board clearance. And then I have 2 copies of Gorgon's Gaze. Gorgon's Gaze is going to be really good here to kind of stop his silly effects like Twindra crashing, Hydrate crashing. You know, Gorgon's Gaze is going to help me stop that, so that's really important for me. My trump card, the Ace Up the Sleeve, I love running it. I got my Rise from the Ashes. It worked that one time, and you know, sometimes when you're just down and out, Rise from the Ashes, it can bring back Latagon, it can bring back card for me to draw. Like, there's a lot of things I can do with this, so I like bringing it just because you're back against the wall. This is the one card that can kind of Gave you a little control back. But that's gonna be my deck. Spirit deck is pretty simple. I'm not running too many. I'm actually just running pure Earth this week with the copies of Tsunami. So I'm actually just running 17 copies of Teratlus. And then I'm running my 3 Leviathan. 3 Leviathan just so that way I can play all 3 Tsunami. If I somehow by miracle draw 3 Tsunami, which is not the most insane thing to think without how draw heavy my deck can be with the Tataya. But I can also misenchant stuff for Tsunami if I try to do that. But either way, 3 Leviathan feels like plenty. And then I have so much recovery with Ambrosias and things like that. I like the way that looks. But that's gonna be my deck preview for facing Coder. Hopefully we have a good game, man. Coder's undefeated. I have 1 win. And let's see if we can play spoiler. I mean, he's guaranteed playoffs. I'm guaranteed not playoffs. It's just gonna be a fun game, man. I've enjoyed my time here in the Elestriad, and I'm excited for my last game versus Coder. So I'll catch you guys for the match. Peace.
All right, listen, after looking at these 2 deck profiles, I gotta be honest, DistantCoder certainly has an advantage here. Tectorus is looking really powerful. I think we've got a lot of potential there with that Rummagem searching. Vysceris, if it could pop off, could be big. But listen, IronBoffin with the proper draws, with a little bit of luck, if he can combo that Drataya with some Ambrosias early game, get out of Latagon and start destroying some things, there is all the chance in the world that IronBoffin can take this. Do not count him out. I really think that he's got a pretty solid deck for this. He's running the Tectorus himself. He's got that Mirror Match. He's got the Rummagems. He's got the Scavengem. He's got his Latagon. He's got a lot of pieces that he can utilize to ultimately come out on top. If he can just get a little bit of an advantage and get out one of those Ascensions and pull off a combo, that might put Coder in a bad spot. Make sure you guys leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know who you got. The clash will be up tomorrow. We'll see you guys then.